The year was 2187, and humanity had long since colonized the far reaches of the galaxy. Among them were the Daredevils, a group of thrill-seekers who used their advanced technology to push the limits of what was possible. They were a tight-knit group of adventurers, always seeking out new challenges to test their skills and bravery. One day, the Daredevils received a mysterious message from an alien race that had only recently been discovered. The message contained a challenge, daring the Daredevils to test their skills on a dangerous planet known as Xanathar. The planet was known for its treacherous terrain and deadly creatures, but the Daredevils were undaunted. They accepted the challenge and set out on a mission to explore the planet and complete a series of dangerous tasks. The Daredevils arrived on Xanathar in their state-of-the-art spacecraft. They were immediately struck by the planet's harsh environment. The air was thick with toxic gases, and the ground was covered in jagged rocks and steep cliffs. But the Daredevils were determined to succeed, and they set out on their first task, a high-speed race across the planet's rocky terrain. The race was a test of skill and endurance. The Daredevils had to navigate through a series of obstacles, including deep ravines and steep inclines. The race was intense, and several of the Daredevils crashed their vehicles, but they all managed to make it to the finish line. Their next challenge was even more dangerous. They had to cross a massive chasm that was teeming with deadly creatures. The Daredevils used their advanced weapons to fight off the creatures, but the battle was intense. Several Daredevils were injured, but they managed to cross the chasm and complete their mission. Their final task was the most difficult of all. They had to climb a towering mountain that was shrouded in thick clouds. The mountain was so high that it extended into the planet's upper atmosphere, and the air was thin and frigid. The Daredevils donned their high-tech suits and began the climb. The climb was grueling, and several Daredevils had to turn back due to altitude sickness. But a small group of the most skilled climbers continued on, determined to reach the summit. They faced bitter cold, treacherous winds, and icy ledges, but they pressed on. Finally, after several hours of climbing, they reached the summit. As they looked out over the breathtaking vista, they knew that they had accomplished something truly remarkable. They had faced impossible challenges and pushed themselves to their limits. They had proven that the Daredevils were not just thrill seekers, but true adventurers. As they made their way back to their spacecraft, they received another message from the alien race. The message congratulated them on their success and invited them to a new challenge, one that was even more dangerous than the last. The Daredevils grinned, knowing that they were ready for anything. They set their course for the new challenge, ready to once again push the limits of what was possible. For the Daredevils, there was no such thing as too dangerous or too reckless. They were the masters of adrenaline and lived their lives on the edge.